Greetings! Welcome to This, That, and the Other, where I react to, respond to, comment on, question, or otherwise propound on whatever I find of interest on any given day. Now, today's topic We've made it through the second film, The Two Towers, so it's time to compare the theatrical and extended editions, just as we did with The Fellowship of the Ring, link in the upper right. Keep in mind that these are not actually scenes that were added to the movie, but scenes that were deleted for the theatrical release. Now, in some cases, that makes even less sense than including them in the first place. They vary considerably in length and importance. One was only 2 words. I ignored that one. And references to previous episodes will be linked in the upper right. Okay, let's go. First is the very important saving of Sam's salt, and the verifying that the cord is real elvish rope, leading to the question, why? This does not affect the story in the least.
What's in this?
Nothing. Just a bit of seasoning. I thought maybe if we was having a roast chicken one night or something.
This is resequenced. The rain came before and during the rope business, and Gollum's mutterings came long after, and he was caught immediately. Now, this scene is only marginally necessary.
Yes. No. Don't go back. Not there. Not here.
Complete Jackson invention, although totally in character.
He wants the Shire rats now. I don't take orders from orc.
As pointed out in the regular episodes, this orc business is assembled here from multiple times and places throughout the chapter.
Fine.
I'm not sure how any of it actually moves the story along.
Non-flesh.
And the reference to Shire rats is questionable. There's really no way the northern orcs would have known anything about the Shire. The Uruk-hai were told to capture halflings. The northerners were apparently just out for a regular orcish funfest, kill everything, and just happened to join up with the Isengard troop. Most of their time together was spent arguing and threatening each other.
I want them armed and ready to march within 2 weeks.
The orcs were already ravaging
The forest
Fangorn.
of Fangorn lies on our doorstep. Burn it.
This just shows them receiving instructions.
We will die for
The wild man
Saruman.
taking a blood oath is nasty, but it does explain references to the wild men in the future. This one makes sense. Mostly. It's helpful to know about the orc attack at the Fords of Isengard.
These orcs are not from...
However, Theodred was killed, not just mortally wounded. Establishing that would have saved us from having to sit through that god-awful scene between Grima and Eowyn.
You have no authority here. Your orders mean nothing.
We signed it this morning.
Just a little bit more Grima creepiness for good measure.
I hate this place. It's too quiet. Hasn't been sight nor sound of a bird for 2 days.
No birds to eat.
Well, this is semi-useful. It's needed insight into how the ring takes control, but a little overboard. No, make that a lot overboard. Gollum's sideshow doesn't add any.
We must starve.
Well, starve then. Good riddance.
Nasty, nasty,
Don't touch me!
They have feelings, my friend. The elves began it. Waking up the trees. Teaching them to speak.
Now that's a Treebeard quote from the book, and a little comic relief.
Talking trees. What do trees have to talk about, except the consistency of squirrel droppings?
Forgive me. I mistook you for Saruman.
Added lines were the "forgive me" and
Rather
"I am
Saruman as
Saruman."
it should have been.
Gimli adds,
Edoras, that is no short distance.
We hear of trouble in Rohan. It goes ill with the king.
Yes, and it will not be easily cured.
Aragorn and the new, improved Gandalf discuss Theoden, and Gimli insults the forest.
Tree-infested forest. It was more than mere chance that brought Merry and Pippin to Fangorn. The coming of Merry and Pippin will be like the falling of small stones that starts an avalanche.
In one thing you have not changed, dear friend. You still speak in riddles.
The Ents are going to wake up and find that they are strong. New Gandalf's more grumpy than the old one. Oh, ruin my...
I've dreaded this section. Not only did Jackson totally rewrite the Fanghorn sequences, he then rewrote and resequenced some of the theatrical version for the extended edition, including moving part of this scene to later on. Just take it for what it is and don't try to make sense of it. It'll hurt your brain too much.
I believe you will enjoy this next one, too. It's one of my own compositions. Sleep, little shirelings. Heed no nightly noise. The withering of all woods is drawing near. The veiling shadow that glowers in the east takes shape.
There's Insomniacs recapping much of what we already know.
Rohan must defend itself.
Another discussion created from bits and pieces scattered through the story.
Frodo must finish this task alone.
He's not alone. Sam went with him.
Good for Sam.
Good. Yes, very good.
I had the loveliest dream last night. There was this large barrel full
One
of
part reinterpretation of part of the book, one part total fabrication,
3'6",
one
at the
part
most.
retelling of a
Whereas
previously
me,
discarded
I'm pushing
scene.
3'7".
It's book 1, chapter 6, the Old Man Willow and Tom
3/8.
Bombadil bit. Link above. And one part relocated scene from a few minutes ago.
I've got my leg!
Away with you. You should not be waking. Eat earth, dig deep, drink water, go to sleep. Trees have grown wild and dangerous. There are too few of us now. There have been no end
Paintings for a terrible long count of years.
What do they look like?
I don't remember now.
Grima actually spat at the king's feet, not Aragorn's hand. Why bother changing something so trivial? Seriously unnecessary schmaltz. Yes, there would have been a funeral. But it would have been a week ago when Theodred actually died. By itself, the horse whispering scene is totally unnecessary.
His name is Brago.
But we needed to establish a rapport
It's my cousin's
between Aragorn and Brago to explain the otherwise inexplicable rescue later on.
Turn this fellow free. He has seen enough of war.
You stink of horse.
Like all things Saruman, this is once again totally
So
unnecessary.
Gandalf Greyheim thinks he has found his Isildur's heir.
And it's vitally important.
I am ready,
You
Captain.
know, Theoden put
Bring
his
my
gloves
horse.
on.
There are no travelers in this land, only servants of the Dark Tower.
More filler. The beginning of Frodo and Sam begging to be released, and Faramir being conflicted about the whole thing. Not quite what Tolkien
Lies or
portrayed,
threats
but
led one's
understandable nonetheless.
I've not seen my niece smile for a long time. Doomed to wait upon an old man. Should have loved her
Theoden
as a
waxing
father.
nostalgic.
I made some stew. It isn't much, but it's hot.
Eowyn's culinary accomplishments. I often wonder what really was in that bowl. Disbelief of Aragorn's age.
60, 70, 80.
87.
Check at 556 of episode 11 in the link above for details. Actually, this is useful since it helps establish the Dunedain bloodline's longevity. Now, Aragorn lived to 209. An additional 30 seconds at the beginning. Again, why? Adds nothing to the story except 30 seconds.
This belongs to you.
It was a gift. Keep it.
The line about Boromir's horn washing up and
His horn washed
I
up
know
upon the
it in my
riverbank.
heart were added,
6 days past.
as well as the dream flashback.
More than this, I know it in my heart.
Remarkably, these were in the book. Boromir, Denethor, Osgiliath. Only Peter Jackson knows why. Not only is none of this in the book,
He will not say why.
but some of it contradicts the few parts of the Council of Elrond from the previous film, link above, which were in the book. It reminds me a lot of modern American politics. Lies, then lies about the lies.
Remember today, little brother?
Do you believe the old lies or the new lies?
Life is good.
But that ale sure looks good.
Remember today, little brother.
to be sent with the women into the caves.
Eowyn,
That is an
who wasn't
honorable
actually
charge.
there,
To mind the children, to find
complaining
food and
that
bedding
she's
when the
not
men
allowed to
return.
play with the
What
boys.
renown is there in that?
We only just finished.
I'm getting tired of dealing with these time warp displaced Ents.
Good morning.
Look, the trees. They're moving.
I think the Ents have finally caught up with the rest of reality.
They have business with the orcs.
Stay out of the forest! Keep away from
At
the
last, Jackson agrees with Tolkien about something. Why did Aragorn come up to Eowyn?
Final count, 42.
Yeah, let's lighten things up a bit.
I myself am sitting pretty on 43.
He doesn't look too happy, does he?
Not too happy at all, Mary.
What are you doing? Nothing. World's back to normal. That's all.
No, it isn't. I'm starving.
Sorry, Pippin. You being hungry is normal.
I don't believe it. It is.
Longbottom Leaf find his byword in the South Farthing.
I think I've commented enough about this scene in episode 12. Link above.
This is the old sewer. Runs right under the river through to the edge of the city. You'll find cover in the woods there.
Faramir is now firmly in the good guy column.
Captain Faramir, you've shown your quality, sir. The very highest. Is that its name?
No! No!
Gollum is still
May death find you
Gollum.
quickly, if you bring them to harm. It's very decent of you. Very decent indeed, Gollum.
Now, this film wasn't as bad as The Fellowship in leaving out important stuff. The extras in this extended edition are mainly not much more than just filler. Next, we return to the regular series, beginning The Return of the King. Although the first, maybe hour or so, is still from the Two Towers. Well, thanks for watching. Get some rest for the next time. You'll need it.